thought he would kill the boy.
Oh?
I've never seen Giorgio so angry. I hope the kid is safe.
What's going on here? What happened to the boy? Seems that a fortune teller kid was assaulted and chased by a furious customer. The man attacked him because the boy called him a liar. Interesting. And apparently it all happened right here. Let's see.
Let's hope no one's been hit by this smooth mineral.
Uh-huh.
A deck of tarot cards, very popular among street performers.
Hmm.
The name of the original performer has been replaced with Dilwyn.
Interesting. Oh. What do we have here?
Someone has over-egged the pudding with these spangles.
You know what? Put on the magic cap. I have a feeling it will help.
It's not actually magic, John.
Well, not to you perhaps, but to a boy, any magician's hat is special.
Alright then. I'll take your word on it. There you go. It's filled with rabbit droppings. I hope you're happy. Alright. Okay, I think I can find a lead, which will hopefully lead me to where the kid was. Should be right about over here.
Should have known better than to jostle a police officer.
Oh? Excuse me, sir. Did something happen here?
Is this familiar to you?
Sir, I can assist you straight away.
Oh. It appears that Dilwyn's pursuer bumped into a policeman during the chase and was stopped. Meanwhile, the boy ran ahead. Interesting. Now where could he have gone to? Down here somewhere, maybe? Yes, somewhere around here.
It's all right, boy. You can come out. Your pursuer has been intercepted by Cordona's finest.
I didn't do... Hey, that's my hat you're wearing.
I know it is.
Indeed
I
it
followed you from
is.
Your magic stand. Are you okay?
I'm fine. You should keep the hat. It makes you look like the amazing Alonzo.
Who?
He's the best magician around.
Oh.
It never suited me anyway.
Is that so? Let me take a look at you.
Let's see what we got here. Mild bruises, recently beaten. Baggy old clothes, several sizes too big. Amber beads, a rather expensive trinket. And black smudges, paint or writing ink. It seems that Dilwyn comes from a rich family, but wears ragged clothes as a distraction and his bruises as a badge of honor. His keen mind craves a challenge that his school teachers cannot provide. Fortune-telling antics are his only way to stave off boredom. Interesting.
You wear your bruises like a badge of honor, a souvenir of your street antics. Your clothes are ragged, yes, but your hair and nails are clean. You're no urchin. This is a rich boy's game, a way to fight off boredom. You made a costume, snuck out from home, and put your skills to the test.
Wow, I guess you do know me.
Clearly. So, tell me, why did you call that man a liar?
Because he is. He told me he's a lord. But no lord has calluses on his hands and sour cabbage stuck in his moustache. He came after me. He caught me with a fist. Nasty bugger.
What did you expect? You embarrassed him in front of his peers and he couldn't admit it. Of course he would lash out. You must be careful how you deploy the truth, Dilwyn. It's a potent weapon, as easily turned against the speaker as it is brandished by him.
Yeah, well, the truth is what people pay me for. I simply notice things others don't. But I think you know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yes, I can do it too. It's called deductive reasoning. I happen to be somewhat of an expert in it.
I never knew there was anyone else like me.
Your abilities come with consequences, Dilwyn. To adults, you're a nuisance, to other kids, a freak. You must learn how to blend in, bite your tongue.
But I don't want to blend in.
Then they will lock you up. The truth hurts, and the bigger the truth, the further men will go to silence it. Be careful how and when you deploy it.
All right. I mean, it was just an amusement.
Yes, nothing like a swift uppercut to really pass the time. Perhaps when faced with the monotony of this world, you will find a place in your mind to explore instead. There is little to gain in idle provocation.
Tell you what, kid.
For now, I think you should go home. Your parents might be worried about you. And, if I may, consider applying your brilliant mind to academia. There is still much in this world to be discovered, explored, and explained.
Now you sound just like my Uncle Gilbert. But fine, I'll go. I'm hungry anyway.
Before you go, impress me. What do you see?
You're overconfident, as a way to mask your insecurities.
Oh,
You're more vain than you care to admit. And you notice when people notice you. You act
well-
like you don't need anyone, because it's easier to pretend you like being alone than to ask for help. You desperately
No.
hope to find somewhere you belong. But you never will. Nowhere, no one will ever be enough. And the truth is, you're terrified. You're too smart and too empty inside.
Oh.
You know how dangerous that is, and you know exactly what you're capable of.
Valiant attempt, but alas,
Yeah.
you've missed the mark.
Close.
Oh, really? Well, what does John think?
What?
Sherlock, did he just...
What?
How? I don't know.
John? And then he disappeared, just like you, John. You don't think he's an actual magician, do you?
Did you hear another?
Oh? What's going on there? There was a drowned sailor. What? What happened? Shit. Let me try that again.
Did you hear another sailor?
Another sailor drowned on the beach. Huh. A sailor was found drowned on the beach by the cemetery. People are talking about sirens, but that's just superstition. Or is it?
And the kiss mark, it's the work of a siren, I'm telling you.
What? Who said that? Someone here? Speak up. Don't mumble, son. Can't hear you.
Here to gawk at the bloater?
Not at all, officer.
No.
Perhaps I can help.
Help with what exactly? Solving an accident? Fellow drank himself to death, literally. Case closed. It's not the first case, neither. A few days ago, another drunken sailor drowned himself in a fountain.
Oh, yeah. Explain.
What can you tell me about the other sailor?
Nothing to tell. Some rich chap complained about a dead body in a fountain. Wasn't me who inspected the scene, though. Should have gone easy on the bottle, if you ask me. They get to shore, they start drinking like fish. Too bad booze doesn't make them grow gills, eh?
If only. You don't think that...
There's talk on the streets that a siren could be responsible for the drownings.
A siren? You mean the bird woman kind? Why, of course, we've got sirens aplenty round here. Harpies, too. Oh, please.
Right. So...
I would like to take a look around.
Go ahead. Just don't disturb the evidence, all right? I still have to write my report.
Thanks. This won't take long. Don't worry.
Hobbies are a good way to take the mind off all the murders.
Uh-huh. Oh my.
Siren's song. The rumours weren't so absurd after all.
It seems that the siren's song has killed our sailor. Maybe.
There's still some left, just enough for a tipple.
Interesting.
It's a good thing the tide hasn't washed away the tracks. I should inspect them more closely.
Worn boots, size 8. Heel shoes, size 3.5. Reinforced police boots, fresh tracks, 9.5. 3 sets of footprints in the sand. Alright, before I follow the tracks,
His whole body is tense, stiffened by rigor mortis.
let's examine the body.
The face is frozen in a contorted smile.
What's that on the forehead?
A kiss on the forehead is quite intimate, but the vulgar lip rouge suggests a different type of intimacy. Interesting.
And is it... Which way is the lips? Did it kiss it from this side, like that, upside down, or the right way up? I wonder. Oh.
His fingers are clenched as if he's clutching to life even now.
Interesting. He's not paralyzed, is he?
Worn, soaked boots, size 8. Something smells fishy here, and it's not brine.
Hold on a minute. Oh, there were some size 8s. Okay. So, okay, let's analyze the wine sample. See what we can find. Oh, 4, 3, and 4. Should be simple enough. Oh, 4. There's not a 1, is there? No. Let's see here. This is quite the, no, we can make it work. Like that. And then, like this. Right, and then, like that. Add them all together and you get 4, 3, and 4. There we go. The sediment contains cyanide. Oh
The
dear.
sediment contains cyanide. It turns out he was poisoned.
Didn't the copper say that fellow drank himself to death? He wasn't wrong.
Yes, I suppose by some interpretation he did. But who put the cyanide in there? And why did they put it there? Trail ends here. Someone's been stood here for a while. Oh.
Light tobacco with a hint of citrus.
Yum yum. And is that... What is that? What is that on the butt? What is that? Is that lipstick? Is that lipstick?
A bright red lip rouge mark.
Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Do I talk to the officer again? Excuse me, officer. Got a couple questions for you.
What now? I've still got my report to write, so make it quick.
Yeah, you're gonna want to write this down.
I hate to break it to you, officer, but it wasn't an accident.
Care to elaborate, smarty boots?
The bottle of wine I found near the victim had been poisoned with cyanide. He was dead before he hit the water.
Whoa, that's a twist. Any leads on the poisoner?
Nothing to put my finger on, but I might need to inspect the other drowned sailor.
Well, of course I won't stop you. It's not my case anyway. We had a complaint about a body in a fountain. Can't have bodies laying about in fountains, can we? It was somewhere in
course not.
Scaladio, as far as I know. You think they're connected?
That is what I intend to find out. Thank you.
I guess I'm off to Scaladio. Alright. Scaladio. Complaint. Victim. There we go. Sailor was reported drowned in a public park at the intersection of Harbor Avenue and Baskerville Street in Scaladia. At the time of his death, the victim was presumably under the influence of liquor. The body has had a red kiss mark on one of its cheeks. Interesting. Not on the forehead. Is this the fountain, or is there another one? Oh, there we go.
Look, they drained the fountain and removed the body. We're too late.
No matter, we'll work with what we have.
I'm sure there's something they managed to leave behind.
Drowning in a 2 feet deep fountain. I've seen some things, but this really takes the biscuit.
It is quite, it's not the way one would want to go out, is it?
A cotton shawl. Could it be our sirens?
Could be. Officer Ackley, it has come to my attention that you habitually forget to collect critical evidence from crime scenes. Such absent-mindedness is unacceptable for a police officer. I wouldn't be surprised if you forget this note somewhere, too. This is your last warning, Ackley. I mean it. Chief Constable Donovan. Interesting. Well, that's fortunate for us. Oh.
Last week's newspaper, the front page reads, "Sky is the limit, Governor funds Arsenal's second airship."
Okay. Oh.
A broken bottle with no label.
And cigarette.
Light tobacco with a hint of citrus.
Yum yum. And is that lipstick? Lipstick? Is that lipstick?
A bright red lip rouge mark.
There we go. Interesting. The plot thickens. Alright, number 4. What do we have? Another bottle, not broken.
This wine, again. Don't sailors prefer spirits?
Yeah, good point. Usually.
Drained to the last drop.
Huh.
Ugh, the litter bin is right there.
Barbarians. Oh.
The victim won't be needing his cap anymore. I might as well take it.
Hey, why not? Could come in handy. Another addition to my sailor disguise collection. Alright. What am I missing? Oh. Something down here. Oh, what's this?
A worn leather tobacco pouch, salt stained from a long time at sea.
Salty tobacco. Oh, salty tobacco. Alright. Time to figure this out. Alright. Beginning at number 1, we have... Okay. That would seem to fit with the evidence, I think. Oh my. What are you suggesting here? Are you suggesting that this was all an accident? Is the correct answer that this mystery woman wasn't even involved? Is that what you're trying to suggest? She's smoking, reading a newspaper. But no, she can't be sitting in the same seat. I mean, in different seats over and over again. So she has to be involved, right? She has to be. It's not a coincidence that the same bottles and same lipstick cigarette butts with the same citrusy taste, right? It's not a coincidence, is it? Can't be. So, there you go. There we go. She convinces them to drink the cyanide wine and then... Or... maybe it wasn't cyanide and she just pushed it. Okay. What do you have to say, John?
This sailor is another victim of the same woman.
There we
She
go.
poisoned him and pushed him into the fountain to make it look like an accident.
Sherlock, the spot where he fell, I saw something. Maybe you should take a look.
What is it? Oh, look at that. It's a whole crime scene down here. Oh, what's this? Drinking Dutchman.
A water-soaked matchbox from the Drinking Dutchman. Must be a local pub.
Interesting. A fork.
Blimey, the great detective is baffled by a piece of cutlery.
Well, it's the fact that it's here at the bottom of a fountain, that's baffling.
Venetian copper soldi. Authentic, but worthless.
Alright. If you say so. Well, now what? Oh. Okay. Next stop, Drinking Dutchman.
You sure you're in the right place? We don't serve cocktails here.
That's alright, I'm not here for a drink.
I'm looking for information about a sailor who recently drowned in Scaladio. Would you happen to know anything about him?
Maybe, maybe not. Why would I talk to a landlubber about it, eh?
All right then, have it your way.
See you later.
You know, I envy you, Sherry. You can talk to other people and they won't ignore you.
And I envy you. You can ignore any person you're bored with. You don't miss out on much. Most men are dull, unlike yourself.
Well, I'm flattered.
Alright, this area, this little place. There's a memory. It's fragmented, but it's there. Oh, I just need to focus. I had
For my mother.
a surprise from my mother. Fragile, ancient finding.
I was holding an ancient Greek vase, or rather, quite. You had a shovel with you, John. I remember now. We dug up the vase from Greek ruins here on Cordona, and were eager to show my mother right away.
But then what happened? For some reason.
For some reason, the door was closed. We knocked.
Knock, knock, knock.
but nobody answered. We thought that she was busy.
So we left the vase and ran downstairs.
Run, run, run. I decided.
I decided to gather some archaeological tools in order to take a closer look at the vase.
But then we heard something, didn't we?
Yes. It came from upstairs.
What happened upstairs? Vase, shards.
The vase was broken, shards scattered all over the floor. And your mother was standing at the door.
Indeed, John.
Right.
Doubt it was her. Let me concentrate.
No, hold on a minute. Person. Angry male.
Otto Richter was standing there, furious at us. Dr. Richter told us never to disturb my mother when the door is closed. He said she had broken the vase.
But we didn't believe him. I bet he smashed it.
Perhaps.
Her things are still here.
Presumably Mycroft never felt the need to sort through it all.
Or couldn't bring himself to.
No. He would have put it behind him and moved on. My brother is not one for sentimentality.
Right then. Let's see what we got here.
My mother loved flowers. They made her smile. I remember we would bring a new bouquet every week to make her a bit happier.
That's why we collected all the violet flowers we could find on the island. You're not obliged to be here, Sherry. We can leave any time you want.
Bars. Covering the windows from the inside.
Oh, I would love to take a bath right now.
Not this one. Surface corrosion suggests it was prone to extreme temperature fluctuations. For medical purposes, I suppose.
What's this? Potassium bromide. Bromide?
Seems this was the most frequently used medication. 1 dram dissolved in a glass of water, administered daily. Not to exceed 1 dose in 24 hours, not to be given to children.
Interesting. What do we have down here? Oh. My gentle Siger, alas, I am still yet to receive any correspondence from you. One presumes my previous letters are chasing you around the continents as you travel. I hope you are in good health and are already on your way home. Forgive me my impatience, but life without your kind voice and bright eyes is scarcely worth living. The boys need their father around too. I can tell that they miss you. Though as you well know, Mycroft is not one to wear his heart on his sleeve. In case my prior letters have been lost, know that we have relocated to Cardona. Please come back soon. Forever yours, Violet. February 1869. Huh. Interesting.
Straps on the bed. Just doesn't look right.
What's going on here?
This picture was drawn by my mother. I recognize her hand. There's a date on it, 8th of December, 1868.
And what do we have here?
This seems a bit odd. I can recognize my mother's style, but it's far too sloppy. Dated 12th of February, 1869.
Huh. Well, what happened there? Kinda... I mean, it's not as... Could be worse. Could be just a bunch of scribbles.
It's difficult to tell what this is meant to represent. There's no date at all.
Oh dear. What's going on here? Oh. The hell?
Do you think the doctor could have used these tools here? I hope not.
Yeah. I hope not, too. Observations of Mrs. Violet Holmes by Dr. Otto Richter, 19th of May, 1868. Initial consultation revealed the patient suffers sleep problems, periods of anxiety, and slight confusion of memories. Prescribed a strong sedative to be administered daily and will continue to monitor symptoms. 3rd of August, 1868. Sedation has helped minimize anxiety attacks, but Mrs. Holmes now experiences catatonia, apathy, and prolonged depressive states. Moreover, the patient's confusion has worsened, and she has begun writing letters to her deceased husband as if he were alive. I have prescribed 6 further drugs to balance her mental state and weekly hydrotherapy. Whatever that is. 27th of November, 1868. The current drug regimen has delivered middling results, with confusion worsening into near constant delusion. Patient grows aggravated when these beliefs are contradicted, prompting aggressive behavior. I have now witnessed several episodes of violence against her own family and towards herself. Consequently, I order that bars be installed in the windows, and that Mrs. Holmes be strapped to her bed at night. The dosage of all medications has been raised. I have prescribed the patient additional hypnotherapy sessions, as well as some mild hallucinogens. Yeah, little good it did for her.
No labels. I doubt it ever had one. There appear to be residues of the bottle's contents at the bottom.
Interesting. Well, maybe some chemical analysis is in order. There we go. Time to figure this out. Alright. -3, -4, and 5. -3. -4. And 5. Let me try that again. 5. Four. 3. Well, we can make that work, maybe. Switch those around. Okay. And then we have 3 over here. That's 5. And, two, 4, 3, 2, 5, 1, 6, 0. Huh? Decreased by 1. Add the 4. And then... Oh. add one by one, and then switch signal, and then add those around like that, and then add this with that, and there we go. Okay, sure, I'll take it. Analysis identified the substance as a hallucinogen derived from mushrooms. Fascinating. Alright. What's going on here? London, August 21st, 1865. Mr. Saigur Morland Holmes, the renowned archaeologist, authenticator, and historian, is dead. A mere 41 years of age, he was seized by a cardiac event during the opera at the Covent Garden Theatre on Saturday. Despite a physician's best efforts, he remained insensible and died at 20 minutes past 6 o'clock last evening. His sudden end came as a severe shock to his large circle of acquaintances. Mr. Holmes is survived by his wife Violet and two sons, Mycroft 16, Sherlock 6. Funeral services will be held Wednesday at the Highgate Cemetery of St. James by Reverend W. E. Stanley.
It's a strange feeling to read about my father's death in the newspaper. I can't recall anything except the deep feeling of loss.
You were too young. It happened before we even met.
Yeah, whatever. March 25th, 1869. Examination notes of Dr. Otto Richter. Over the last few months, I have asked Mrs. Holmes to sketch some landscapes. The first few were clear and accurate, but subsequent drawings quickly drifted away from reality. It appears her disease progresses rapidly and perhaps even affects her vision. I may need to consider trepanation.
It's so sad.
Trepanation? Whatever that means.
It reminds me of my mother.
Okay.
Looks like it was damaged by a blunt object. Oh, it brings back some memories.
Interesting.
This room always reeked with an acrid medicinal stench. And here is the reason.
Oh. Okay, examine that. Oh.
Look what I found. The White King is under attack. Sherlock, can you save him and checkmate the opponent in one move?
Sure. Save the king back. No. We're not retreating. We're attacking. There we go.
Oh, nice move. You saved the king and checkmated the Black King with the rook.
Thanks. Anyway.
The broken plate shards were all over the floor. Mycroft had to change his suit as the one he was wearing was completely stained.
Mother was troubled
that morning. Something we did upset her. Dr. Richter tried to calm her down.
We had to...
put the tray with Mother's morning tea down, but why? It's starting to ring a bell. I think it happened in the morning.
Interesting. Well, I think it's time to figure this out. Time to find out exactly what happened. Mother was angry. Mycroft was attacked. And we were panicked.
I don't believe you! Liars! Get away from me! It's not true! It's not real!
Oh dear.
Oh.
Oh.
Everything will be okay, Sherry. I promise.
It was the morning of the 9th of April, the day my mother died.
The 9th of April started off badly. My mother was anxious, then hysterical. She threw food and shouted at the doctor, calling him a liar. John and I brought her morning tea, but when the shouts started, I became scared. The only thing I could think to do was hide near the bed and wait for everything to pass. Thankfully, John was there to protect me and calm me down.
My mother, she was not just ill, but mad. God have mercy.
I'm sorry. That explains why you locked the memory away.
There must be more, John. That was the morning of her death. I need to know what happened. John!
Every time you... I just don't... Please,
What's wrong with you?
leave it be.
Just breathe, John. You know that I cannot leave the last stone unturned. We are so close.
I know. But can we at least leave it for another day?
Alright, fine. Just one day.
Well, history tells us these memories are triggered by our investigation of other matters. I suspect it could not be forced even if I so desired.
Thank you. How are you feeling about all this? Tell me, I'm not the only one reeling.
Well, I don't know how to feel.
It feels wrong, sad. Like they're the memories of another man. I'm struggling to reconcile my love for my mother with the reality of who she was. And worse, what possessed Mycroft to lie about it? There are precious few pieces of this puzzle remaining, John. Let us dawdle here no longer.
Indeed. Wait, did you hear that?
Yes. Metallic souls. What is this sailor doing here?
Interesting. John, you didn't invite a sailor over, did you? Huh. Oh?
I hope this child will find his place in the world. He has great potential.
Sherlock Holmes, isn't it? I was looking for you.
Can I help you?
With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
You can call me your new game. The rules are simple. I have something for you, but you alone must work out what that is.
And that something is my
Right.
prize, I suppose.
You're a fast learner, sir.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Pink paint in here. Someone's been painting recently. A sailor uniform, old and shabby. Unblemished hands, no signs of hard physical work. Left-handed, hiding something square-shaped. So, we either got ourselves an artist disguised as a sailor, or a sailor who likes to dabble in art. But I'm afraid the unblemished hands are a dead giveaway. So it seems that a man dressed as a sailor has come to my house, declaring that he's my new game. A drop of pink paint in his hair portrayed him as a man who is involved in the art sphere. His hands showed no signs of regular physical activity, no corns, no rough skin, which is at odds with his mariner's outfit. Few artists know my name or where I live, so Vogel best fits the role of the game master. Considering the tiny square-shaped object in the fake sailor's pocket, I deduce that he was employed at Vogel's art gallery, and the real reason for his visit was to pass me an invitation.
I cannot believe that Mr. Vogel has somehow successfully called my attention to his gallery. You're here with an invitation to visit it, obviously.
My word, you are fast, Mr. Holmes. Could you explain how you came to that conclusion?
Of course.
Well,
Explanations are my favourite
since
part of
you
any
asked.
conversation. Hands without any sign of regular physical activity, in contradiction to one who would most usually wear such a uniform. The paint in your hair is pink. I don't know of any military service that paints their ships pink,
No.
unless they have launched a new fashionable fleet. A sailor with the soul of an artist? I would suggest rather a gallery employee disguised as a sailor to mislead me. How many artists on the island know where I live and of my passion for deduction? Werner Vogel is clearly at the top of the list. And you've been attempting to conceal something square-shaped within your pocket. An invitation, I suppose. An invitation to Mr. Vogel's gallery.
That was remarkable, Mr. Holmes. Mr. Vogel was right about your genius. I think he may have even underestimated you. This is your invitation. Please tell Mr. Vogel that the seed has been planted. He asked me to tell you to do so, if you win this little game. Farewell.
See you later. My dear Sherlock Holmes, as you no doubt have already guessed, I would like to invite you to experience my art exhibition, not only for the purpose of the contemplation of beauty, but in a more general needs of your genius. You will find the gallery at the Caravanserai, at the crossroads of Bazaar Road and Hermes Avenue in Old City. Always your friend, Vivi. Well, there we go. Fascinating. What could possibly Vogel have as a case
Mr.
for...
Sherlock Holmes, I presume.
Correct.
Yes?
With whom do I have the pleasure?
Emilio Esteva, happy to make your acquaintance. I am here on behalf of Mycroft, your brother.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
on his way to Cordona. In
Oh,
the
yeah.
meantime, he requests your assistance with a sensitive matter. My orders are to provide you with the details.
Go on, then.
You have my attention, Mr. Esteva.
Mark Ridley, the son of General Arthur Ridley, is being blackmailed. Suffice to say, the compromising material is of a delicate nature. The matter is of no small importance to the Crown, especially given the status quo on Cordona.
Come again?
What about the status quo?
The Ottoman population holds a certain animosity towards the colonial rule. It's been this way since we took over the island. General Ridley made concessions with their leaders, but I'm afraid we are still teetering on the edge of open hostility.
So,
What does Mycroft want me to do? Retrieve the blackmail material?
No, sir, nothing of the sort. Mark Ridley is meeting the blackmailer atop the old city bridge tower. You shall observe from a distance, then establish the blackmailer's identity. Do not attempt to arrest him. We'll handle it from there.
Saving the best for yourself? Fine.
There is a cafe just over the bridge that provides a good vantage point. Please report to me when you are done. I'll be waiting for you here, and remember, discretion is of the essence.
of course. Alright, here we are at the cemetery where apparently a vampire is attacked. Let's read the report carefully, shall we? 2 men were found dead near an open grave at the cemetery. Both victims had bite marks on their necks. The victims were John Bowden, graveyard keeper, and Said Hafez, assistant professor at Cordona Medical College. The suspects are Hamil Arki, tanner, and Camille Arki, deceased, reportedly a vampire. Witnesses are Leandro Barbieri, reporter, Joe, vagrant. Evidence points to the possible involvement of supernatural forces. Case is pending further investigation. Hamil Arki is the brother of the recently deceased Camille Arki. We tried to make him talk, but he's a hard nut to crack. His neighbors saw him leaving his house to put flowers on his sister's grave. They say he returned at dawn looking dirty and tired. Just in case, we also made him eat garlic. No reaction. Victim number 1, John Bowden, 37 years old, graveyard keeper. Blunt force injury to the head, 2 puncture wounds to the neck. Cause of death, massive blood loss from the carotid artery. Victim 2, Said Hafez, 56-year-old assistant professor at Cordona Medical College. Slight cut to the leg, blunt force trauma to the head, 2 puncture wounds to the neck. Major vessels intact, blood loss minimal. Cause of death, intracranial hemorrhage. Reporter's testimony. I've always had a nose for a good story. I was strolling about the cemetery when I saw him, the necromancer. I'm not joking. He raised a woman from the grave and ordered her to attack the 2 men who were close by. Then they both turned into bats and flew away. I was too scared to take photographs of them, but I photographed their victims. This will be a front pager. Interesting. I was having my supper when Johnny came to dig another grave, as usual. There was someone else with him, too. I must have dozed off for a while, but when I woke up, everything was a blur. Screaming, howling, then flashes of lightning, but no thunder. Some devilry was at work. I came out to see what was happening. There was this reporter, Leonard or something. He told me that a vampire had killed 2 people, mere yards from me. Boy, am I lucky to be alive. Interesting. So the vagrant is just reporting what the reporter has told him.
The flowers are still fresh.
Interesting. Oh? What do we got here?
This is a somewhat neglected and dusty hat. The stone is rather unwieldy, so it couldn't be used as a weapon. Someone fell and hit their head on it.
We're dealing with a very immoderate bloodsucker here.
Right. What else do we have here? Oh. What's going on here? Empty space.
Looks like a set of surgical instruments. One is missing. The label is illegible.
What's this? We've run out of fresh cadavers for dissection. You know what to do, Professor Shelley. Interesting. Alright. Let's try and find out what that clear liquid is. 2, 1, and -4. Two, 1, -4. 2, 1, -4. Huh? No. Okay, now I just gotta find 2 and 1. There's 3 and 1. Okay, so if I do that... Oh! Do I have a 1? Oh, for fuck... Alright. Let's just do this, okay? Just gotta do that, and then I do this, and then we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna switch the sign, and then we're gonna combine that with this, and there we go. Alright. Formalin, used for embalming corpses. There we go. As if their intention wasn't clear enough already, there it is.
This must be the vagrant shelter. Quite homely, if you don't mind sleeping next to the corpses. Psilocybin mushrooms. These are powerful hallucinogens.
Nicely roasted.
Yes, delightful.
I wonder how even the most destitute always somehow manage to scrape together enough for a drink.
Yeah, it's funny that, isn't it? Very, very funny. Alright. What's this? Another victim.
An expensive hat with a few grey hairs stuck to the brim. Someone tore their trousers here.
In other words, someone has injured their leg. here. Oh.
The blade is bent from the impact.
Oh dear.
The bleeding wasn't severe, there are just a few drops.
Alright then. Time to figure this out. So. Gravedigger. And the gravedigger and the assistant professor were digging up this woman's corpse to take it for dissection. Meanwhile, the brother arrives carrying flowers. He sees what's going on. He sees the event. Grabs the spade. Attacks the assistant professor. Knocks him out. The reporter arrives. Seizes the opportunity. Takes a scalpel, goes to the victims, and adds 2 puncture wounds to the neck, which unfortunately kills the unconscious man. This one also tries to run away, but falls and hits his head on the rock. The reporter also seizes the opportunity and makes the same puncture marks here as well. Does that about cover it?
The brother of the deceased became furious when he caught the anatomist exhuming his sister's body. He killed him with a shovel. The graveyard keeper took to his heels, but didn't get far. He fell, hitting his head on a stone, which rendered him unconscious. With the murderer gone, the reporter who was hiding punctured the neck of the first victim to imitate a bite. But when he did the same to the second victim, he killed an unconscious man. So we have 2 murders and 2 murderers, but no vampires.
Vampires are not so scary when you have grave robbers and journalists running around.
Indeed. Well, that was quite the it's quite the mess. The reporter and the other people have made here.
Constable Stark, do you believe in vampires?
Hey? What do vampires have to do with anything?
Oh, that's exactly what I thought while looking into the murders at the cemetery. The primary suspect is indeed the murderer, but he's not the only one. The reporter, who so easily fooled everyone with his vampire stories, killed the other victim.
But why would he do that?
He believed the unconscious man to be dead, and decided to concoct a thrilling story for his readers.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Holmes. I'll have the conniving little scrub taken in immediately. There's only one case left. Don't let me stop you.
I'll think about it.